Welcome back to Retirement Coffee Talk with Sharice Rivers at Zinnia Wealth. Online at zinniawealth.com, Zinnia wealth.com. And, of course, we have our podcast there for you on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts. It's all there. Just look up Retirement Coffee Talk, and you can hear a lot of segments, a lot of shows, a lot of great information there from the past. Sharice, what have we been doing this show for 10 years now? My goodness.
Over, I know. Can't even count. It's like we're married. Like,
Old married
when was the date?
Yeah, we're finishing our sentences. It's not a good sign for us. All right. Okay, well, let's talk about something that we mentioned a lot last year, and that was as interest rates go up, there are certain financial products, vehicles, however you want to say it, that benefit from that. CDs, for instance. Interest rates go up, CD rates go up. Money market accounts, bonds, annuities, all sorts of different things that are interest rate dependent did really, really well last year. So if you took us up on that and said, yeah, I'll put $10,000 in a CD or I'll put $50,000 there and take advantage of this, well, look in your mailbox because probably it already has arrived, a 1099 INT. What is that? That is, you have to pay the interest now on that particular investment that you made. So, Sharice, that 5% that we all thought was great isn't really 5%, is it?
No, depending on your income or depending on a lot of different things. It could be 4% or it could be 3.75%.
Yeah.
So it's important to make sure that your tax dollars, the tax strategy is in the right investments, right? So if you have an IRA that could have gone into the CD, then you wouldn't have gotten that letter from the IRS. And we call those lovely love letters. It should be the LLL form, Randy. Oh, I just came up with that LLL.
Okay.
You don't like that one. Doesn't mean love, love, love.
Okay.
So we went left field, Randy.
That's okay. I love it. That's
Welcome
great.
to my world, listeners.
Well, we always have to have something that comes out of the show that we put on a T-shirt, and that's it right there.
Okay, let's move on. So you put the IRA in the CD, you're not going to be taxed. But if you put brokerage account money that's never been in an IRA or a Roth IRA, you put it in there or you put it in the I bond, you're going to have that 1099 form and you're going to have to pay capital gains taxes on it. So the question is should those types of dollars actually go in those types of accounts? Depending on what your tax plan is, and your advisor should be talking to you about your tax plan and what dollars to put in which investment, because that absolutely counts. It counts on keeping that return and it counts on saving from the tax man. So I would say, it's easy to say, oh, I got $10,000 in my savings account. Let's put it in a CD and we'll make 5%. And at the end of the day, maybe we only make 4%. And then because we got to pay the tax bill. Or do we put an IRA in the CD, right? Because you can do that. And now you don't get that 1099. The dollars, that $10,000 that's sitting in the bank, if you're going to have risk in your portfolio, maybe it's better to put that in a stock, but not a dividend producing stock, because a dividend producing stock is you're going to have to pay capital gains on those, sometimes ordinary income taxes on those, right? And so that's not the best strategy. So if you're going to go in the market, find a stock that doesn't pay the dividend, and then you don't pay the tax bill on that every year. And then when you sell it, then you pay your capital gains. And those might be dollars you never ever touch. Those dollars could be left for a legacy, right? And then those dollars get that step up provision. And so they're never ever taxed. So we got to think about the legacy plan, because that's part of what we're picking today in your investments. Now, let's just say you're like, Sharice, but I don't want the stock market. I want the CD. I want the I bond because it's safe. Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha. That's what we do here. All safe stuff for a part of our portfolio. And if that is the case, those dollars that would be taxable in the I bond and the CD, we move it to one of our alternatives, because our alternatives, we call them triple compounding interest, because you're going to make that money. It's going to act like a certificate of deposit, that CD. On top of that, you're going to get the same return, if not a higher return, but for a longer time period. And on top of that, it's going to compound each year. And every year it compounds. We don't get that 1099 INT lovely LLL form. LLL, I got that right? That tax form, if you were listening a minute ago. So it's triple compounding interest because we're not paying the taxes. And if it was left for a legacy, then we pass it on to the legacy. And if you don't care about the tax bill, let them pay the tax bill, right? There's different rhymes and ways and reasons and on why we do things. But the one misstep that I see a lot of advisory firms do, or brokerage firms, is they're not considering that part And that is a big part, especially as taxes go up over time. So we have to consider that more now than we ever did before. But I always feel like before was just as important now. But you know what? What if capital gains taxes go up? Maybe it's not 15 or 20% anymore. And if you hit a certain income level, you're paying an extra 3.8 to 5% on top of your capital gains. So you could be paying 25% for that CD, right? Wow. Let's think about that. That's ridiculous.
It is.
Your 4% fixed CD 1 year went to 3% after the tax bill. And then hopefully it didn't hurt your Medicare premium by taking you to that next level where you're paying more for your Medicare Part B. So you've got to include all that. It drives me crazy. I do sleep at night, everybody, by the way. I think meditation helps and prayer helps, definitely, because I sleep like a log. But when I wake up, it's like, because
you spin like a top every now and then.
I do. But I love it. It's how my brain ticks. The insanity is never going to go away, but it's my happy and joyful part. Because you know why, Randy? I am helping so many people. Yep. There is no better job in the whole entire world when you know for a fact you are helping people save money from Uncle Sam. We're guiding them. Their journey is going to change. We're going to have built-in safety strategies, and we're going to continue to grow and look at other things outside the box. I love my job. I feel like even when times are tough and the market's being rocky, I still love my job because there's an equation, a mathematical system we put together that says, okay, this happens. We know that in the stock market, but hey, look how good we're doing over here, right? So we have ebbs and flows, but we want to stay more constant and more consistent. We want less of a roller coaster ride. We want to give less to Uncle Sam, and we want to be your partner in this, and we want to continue to educate you because it just never stops.
Thanks for listening to the Retirement Coffee Talk podcast. If you have questions or would like to begin the process of building a tailored retirement plan, call Zinnia Wealth at 803-368-3680 or find us online at zinniawealth.com.
Sharice Rivers is an investment advisor representative of Zinnia Wealth Advisory, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendation to buy or sell any financial vehicle. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments can fluctuate and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. Financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if Sharice Rivers is licensed in your state, please contact their office. Zinnia Wealth Advisory, LLC is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any client experiences discussed during this show are unique to that client. They are not meant to imply or suggest you will experience the same results. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Sharice Rivers, NPN Insurance License Number 8718011.